Okay, I'm going to give you a quick run through of how to manage the website through WordPress. So I'm going to go ahead and log in here. And this is the dashboard here for the back end of the website. And I'll just kind of walk you through from top to bottom how to edit and update and add content to the site. So I'm going to bring up the front end as well. So posts, we are not even using these. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and delete this example post. These would be bits of content if you ever wanted to add a blog or something along those lines. But at the moment, we aren't using those for anything. So you'll kind of learn how you would edit those when we go to the pages section, so not a big deal. But this next section, forms, are the two forms on the website. So we have the contact us form, which is on the contact page, and the request a quote, which is on the equivalent page there as well. And so you can actually edit these if you wanted to. You probably won't ever have a need to actually make many changes to them, but it's pretty simple. It shows you kind of the different fields that are here. Let's say, for example, you wanted to edit the phone field because you wanted to make it required. You just click on it, it expands. You'll see there's some options like the label for the field. You can check required or not, and that will just make it required to fill out before the form will submit. If you wanted to add additional fields, like let's say you wanted to add like company name, there are some advanced fields that are already set up for something like a company name. Just a single line text would work. And you just click it and it's going to add it to the bottom of the form here. You can drag it wherever you want, and then you just expand it. And company name, maybe I want it required, etc., etc. So again, you may not have any need to edit these, but if you did, that's how you would do that. The form settings here, confirmations and notifications. So confirmation is what the user sees when they submit a form. So right now it just comes up with a message that says, thanks for contacting us, we'll get in touch with you shortly. You can change that text by editing it if you wanted to put something else. And then notifications are actually who gets an email submitted to them when notification comes through. And in fact, I need to update this. So I'm going to go ahead and grab your email address real quick and put you in here. So we're going to have this sent to you when it comes through. The from name is going to be whatever they put for their first and last name. From email will be whatever they put for their email. Same thing with reply. And then that's it. So this is where you would go if you ever wanted to update the notifications, like you wanted this sent to somewhere else. You can actually have it sent to multiple email addresses by just adding a comma and then typing in the next email address. So that's pretty much all there is really for editing on the forms. Moving on to pages. So pages control all of these guys in our navigation menu, the actual content, and you'll see the list of pages here. So if you wanted to edit the About Us content, you would just click on Edit. There's two different ways to view this. The visual editor here, which is kind of like a Word document format, and then the actual text editor, which shows you the HTML. So nothing real fancy on this page, but you can see that it's surrounded by an H2 tag. So if you wanted to add additional content here, you could just start typing away. You've got some of the features like making things bold and italic and things like that, just like using a Word doc. And then on the Contact Us page, you'll see that you've got the content here, but then you've also got this shortcode where the actual web form is embedded, and that's just done by using this Add Form button. So you definitely don't want to delete that, because then the contact form itself won't show up on the page. And then our work is actually a dynamic page. So you'll see there's no content here because it's using this page template that I created called projects. So it's automatically pulling those projects in. So that is actually handled through a template that's kind of off. It's a lot of coding, so you won't see any of the content that shows up here. But if you wanted to make changes to, like, you know, the meta descriptions and stuff like that, you could do that. Every page has a document title, which is the page title, a meta description. So this is just SEO stuff, and copied that over from the old site. And yeah, that's pretty much it for pages. The only page that's not listed on here you'll see is the home page, and I'll show you how you can make edits to the home page. In fact, let's do that now. So to edit the home page, you would go to Appearance and Widgets. The home page is comprised of these different widgets. So you've got the home banner, home content 1, 2, and 3, call to action. So this is the banner section. You've got content section 1, 2, and 3. You've got a call to action here. And then this is the footer, and I'll show you how to edit that. So in the call to action, you'll see this is just that text that shows up. Nothing too fancy, but if you needed to update the phone number or change any of this, you could do it there. Home content 2 is just the content that's here. The images are added with CSS. So that's a little more coding heavy. And then same thing here, just the text that shows up. So you could go ahead and edit all of those if you wanted to, if you needed to. The other thing that's going to show up here are menus. And so the menus are what control these navigation links here, and also the menu that shows up down here. And so you'll see a drop-down list that has footer navigation, primary navigation, social media. So that would control this menu right here. And so if you needed to change that, like you updated your Facebook page or something like that, you could do it there. This is actually real easy to do. You can just click on any of these. So let's just say for some reason we wanted to add privacy to the primary navigation. I would check on it. I'd hit add to menu. And then I can just drag it and drop it wherever I want. And if I hit update, then that will now show up here in this main navigation. Obviously, we don't want that, so we're not going to update the menu. The last section that you'll probably be using the most to update the site are the projects. And so the projects are what show up on the Our Work page. And they're going to lay out and formulate and format like this automatically. And then, so you don't have to worry about any of that. Basically, what they comprise of is the title here, the description of the project here, a project type, which you just click one of these check boxes and it will show which type of project it is, and then a featured image and also the gallery images. So when you go to add a new project, if you upload photos along with this project, when you publish it, it will automatically associate those photos with the project, and that's what will show up here. Whatever image you want to be the default large image needs to be uploaded as your featured image. So here's how this works. I type in new project. This is the description. It's a commercial project, and then I'm going to add some. So all I did was click on set featured image, and this gets me to the image uploader. I'm going to click on upload files, select files from my computer. Let's see what pictures I have on here that we can use. Here, these are actually yours, I believe. And so I'm going to upload multiple photos. So you can see that 2 photos are uploading. Both of these photos automatically are going to be now associated with this post, and they will show up with it. I can give it a nice SEO title, like you see here, El Dorado Drive Custom Home by Garnica's Construction. Something nice like that is a good title and alt text. I usually do the title and the alt text the same thing. And then now what I'm doing, it's already associated both of these with the project. Now what I'm doing is I can go here and select one as my featured, and then I hit set featured image. And you'll see that this is now the featured image for this. If I hit publish, I'm going to go back here. There it is. And so you'll see that both of those images show up. This is the featured image that I added. And I'm going to go ahead and delete this because we don't want it on the site, but hopefully that kind of explains how to update and manage the content and your projects on the website. So if there's anything I missed in this, by all means let me know, and I'm happy to help and get you guys all set up. All right.